How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime, and this is episode 12 of the new season. And oh my god, guys, what a fun episode, man. You know what, like, we've been in a serious, like, we've been really into, right, Reincarnated as Slime for like the last couple episodes have been really dark, gloomy, like so like operatic, so like on the verge of what is gonna happen. And it's fun. It's kind of, it's a nice breath, a nice deep breath, nice change of pace that we're jumping back into what I really like first got infatuated with, what is Reincarnated as a Slime, which was just like the, you know, the kind of the Minecraft aspect, the slow build, the just let's build up our kingdom. Like, don't get me wrong, like I really did enjoy the dark aspects that we were going through for these past couple episodes, man. Like, oh my god, like, ooh, wow, that was intense. But it's so nice. We get so much done in this episode. It is insane. Let's just jump right in. So Rimuru wakes up. He sees Shion, and it is just some of the most wholesome thing ever. Like, I'm just happy that him and Shion, he wakes up to Shion, the one person in the world that he wanted to bring back more than anything, and she's holding him, and he gives her an order she can never die again. And it's just so wholesome, man. I just love the fact that when he wakes up, she's the first thing that he hears and he finds to himself. It just makes everything worth it. It makes all of it worth it. And then of course he wakes up and he sees that everyone's gotten a bit taller. It's interesting. Like, I thought they were gonna evolve into stronger monsters. No, they grew a couple inches, but I think at the same time too, they're nothing to be played with. I think they've already looked human enough, and I think I don't know if their monster classes have been classed out. Now they're just like the ultimate version of like the higher level of monster, but it kind of comes off like that. And what else we see, a lot of the characters that are like happy that he's back. We see everybody like praising him, like, oh great, Rimuru has returned and he brought us all back. And I love how like they mentioned that he's been asleep for 3 days, and for 3 days these people have just, I would like to think that, like, imagine your ruler sacrifices everything, goes through the most impossible thing to bring you back to life. The amount of respect, the amount of loyalty, the amount of love, like as a retainer, as a citizen, as somebody who serves under this person, like, you have to feel so like enamored with, like, wow, he did this for me. Like, he's not just our lord, he's not just our leader, he's become our literal savior and brought us back from the dead. I honestly believe Rimuru is like outclassed himself as a leader in this episode, or at least in this arc or season. Now we know that, you know, he's excited to see that everybody's back to life. He's excited by everything. They have a little funny moment, and this is what I like. I like how we finally finished with the darkness, because the last couple episodes felt so like, is it gonna be evil? Is it gonna be good? Like, we had no full idea of what was gonna occur. But like the comedy is returned. It's no longer doom and gloom, and I have to say I'm kind of happy for that. It just makes it just, like I said, it's a nice change of pace. It's a nice breath of fresh air. We're like, wow, so we're now in some good wholesome fun. Benimaru and him have a running joke that in order to prove that he's not truly you know, he's lost his, you know, his edge, he has to complete the phrase, which is Shion's cooking tastes like shit. And I love how the whole time, like, when Benimaru asks him, he's like, oh fuck, I have to give him the answer. And Great Sage is now evolved to Raphael, which is just a more AI sentient version of, like, you know, Great Sage. So if Great Sage was like Jarvis, yeah, I would say Friday is more like, yeah, Friday is Raphael, if that makes any sense for the Marvel fans. That's the way I interpreted it. But yeah, so he sees all this happening and he's like, oh, okay, what do I do about, you know, Shion's cooking? Like, there's no correct answer to give you. And he's like, oh, fuck you. Okay, well, and then he realizes the best change of pace is to give, not just to give the answer, but make sure you include all the details, which is, Benimaru said, if I lose my edge, I have to say your cooking tastes like shit. And it is just so funny how he throws him under the bus when he tried to throw Rimuru under the bus, and it's so wholesome, it's so cute. And then we get down to the meat and potatoes of the episode. So turns out, the three retainers of Lord Chiron, the Demon King, the Beast Demon King, is like, they're there and they're telling him the whole story of what happened. Millium had attacked, she declared war, and she gave them a week before to evacuate, basically. So right after a week has passed, remember, this has all been happening while Rimuru was dealing with Falmuth and all that other in the West Church, the Western Church. So we know that, this is what happened. So turns out Chiron and Millium fight. Chiron goes full Beast King mode, and he puts up a good fight. Like, he literally beat her, and then Millium fucking destroys. She goes in her dragon form, which is not really a dragon form, but it's like half dragon form, whatever it is, and she just slaughters, man. She destroyed the entire kingdom and then some with Dragon Nova Blast. And then another Demon Lord Freya, comes out and comes from attacking to like at least subdue Chiron. So I'm thinking, why does Clayman want all the Demon Lords? Because we know Clayman is at fault, or at least pulling the strings. It seems like they might be controlled. If they're not being controlled, I think they're being like easily seduced or influenced by something that he's trying to make for them. I'm not positive what he's trying to make for them, but it seems like it's something like that. Anyways, so from hearing this, and they put it all together that Clayman has to be involved somehow. So Rimuru was like, all right, well, let's keep your people safe in my territory. We'll set up the refugee camps, and we're gonna deal with the Clayman issue. So Rimuru's thinking, like, what am I gonna do with it? What am I gonna do? And then of course Diablo shows up. My favorite character, guys. Diablo is the best girl, bro. I don't care what anyone says. I know she don't look like best girl, but Diablo, man, master simp, bro. All he do is simp, and I love him. He's amazing, he's adorable. I love him. I just love this character. I love how he comes in and he's like, master, I'm here to serve you. And he goes like, who are you again? And he's just like, my heart. He's just like, why would you do this to me? I gifted you 1,000 subs, master, please. And it's just wholesome. It's adorable. I love how Diablo's character is a mix of Sebastian from Black Butler with his like suave and amazing features, and also like he's not taken too seriously. I think that's what makes him so fun, and I'm gonna enjoy everything with him. I already know I am. When he first popped out, I was like, oh damn. Now he gets named Diablo from Rimuru, and thus making him, I want to say, like, what would that make him? Because he was already an arch demon, so what would that make him now? Like a demon, a duke demon or something, like archbishop, or would that make him a demon bishop or something, or like a demon priest? I don't even know what that would make him, but he's definitely up there now. He has to, like, he evolved. He got a name and everything. And after helping him evolve, he Great Sage or Raphael lets him know, like, before we get into the fun ending of this episode, we're gonna get into what ends up happening next, which is they decide that the best plan of action is to release Veldora. So Veldora comes, they said, look, if you're able, you have enough power to break down the spell that the church sealed Veldora in. You have enough power to break it down, make a whole new thing for him and everything, so he can finally free him. So that's one thing I was really happy, is that we were able to satisfy that very nature, that very thing in the first couple episodes that Rimuru had promised. I honestly didn't believe we'd see Veldora freed until like the ending of the series, but it's so impactful. It's so awesome that we get to see him like freed now. And plus, there's still the big thing, is Veldora actually Millium's dad. We still don't know that for sure yet, but we know it's a possibility. So, of course, Rimuru goes, all right, well, I have a plan how to take down the armies, and he sends Sue and the rest of the ninjas to go check out Clayman. He goes, all right, everything's in process now, let's go get Veldora back. And then he makes a double body. He realizes when he shifts into his human body for the first time after becoming a demon lord, he's older, he's taller now. At first, it's been 2 years since all of this has occurred, so he's not just like, he had the body of like maybe like an 18-year-old. He looks like he's like in his 20s now, mid-20s, maybe early mid-20s, and he's like, wow, I'm tall as fuck. Like, he looks, handsome, of course, but more like beautiful handsome. And he makes a body for Veldora. He makes him an exact double of his body, but when he does, he puts Veldora's spirit into the body, it gets bigger, buffer, it goes blonde, and it's crazy is that his vibe in his body, his energy and everything reminds me so much of Melium. So it's I'm thinking like, is this what's gonna help, you know, jog her memory or help her break Clayman's curses, that she's gonna be like, oh my god, my dad's alive, like, dad, like, you have a human body, and it happens to be with the double body of my friend, which is kind of cool because Melium, like when Rimuru and Veldora first began as Tempest, or they got together as Tempest, it was kind of like they decided to become each other's family. So it makes sense that he would give the first person he ever considered family his own body, in a sense, making him and Veldora now brothers, because they now have the same physical body, which is funny because it's Shio, the chick's body. But anyways, yeah, man, this episode was so fun. It was just happy. Like the openings always felt very happy, but now the opening playing now feels like it's earned, and feels like there's hope, and I'm happy to see what's gonna happen next. And I really want to see Veldora's character like in human form now. I think that's so dope that he has a human form. And yeah, guys, this is gonna be it for the video. This episode was wholesome. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It was just nice. It was a nice cool down from the heaviness that we've been doing. It was fun. There wasn't a lot too much, but it was just enough to make me think, you know what, I'm happy. All right, guys, this is gonna be it for your boy. Peace out, y'all. Love you. Take care. Lights.